unbroken texture hairstyle is currently at the absolute peak of its popularity. It truly refreshes your entire look, adding a wonderful sense of airiness and beautiful vertical lines. And in this video, I will clearly show you exactly how simple it is to create this look all by yourself. For this, we'll need a regular flat iron and clean hair with heat protectant already applied. The hair must be completely dry. I'll pin up the top part of my hair so it won't interfere. And traditionally, I start working with the lower back section. I've left this small section here just like this. With the flat iron, I'm carefully curling the lower strands of hair inwards. In the end, I've managed to create 3 distinct curled sections. My flat iron's temperature is 170 degrees. This is the perfect temperature for fine hair. I try to move the flat iron slowly so that the strand heats evenly and doesn't get overheated in certain areas. I've sectioned off the next part, and here I'm styling it with a zigzag motion. And with this section of hair, I'm also curling the ends inwards. I pull the flat iron through the hair very slowly. The occipital zone will be my base, my foundation for the upper hair. I'll be styling the upper hair in a zigzag pattern as well, but I'll be leaving the ends straight. I like it when the ends of the lower hair are curled, but the upper hair remains with straight ends. Alright, I'm moving to the occipital area, and here I'm also working with a zigzag parting, but the very end of the section I'm leaving straight, and in this manner, strand by strand, I will gradually work my way up. As you can clearly see, there's absolutely nothing complicated about this. Modern aesthetics for hairstyles for mature women now truly demand dynamism, lightness, and some distinct vertical lines. And this kind of textured curl works just like a natural facelift. The straight ends beautifully elongate the neck and the facial oval, while the unique zigzag texture creates a wonderful volume that truly looks as if it has been gently tousled by the wind. This is the perfect image of an energetic, self-confident woman. But behind this sly carelessness lies strict physics and chemistry. So what happens inside the hair the second I clamp it between hot plates? Inside our hair there are hydrogen bonds. They are responsible for its temporary shape. Normally they keep the hair straight or curly if that's natural. To change this form, we need to break these bonds, to put it mildly. When I use the flat iron at 170 degrees, the hot plates soften the hydrogen bonds and the hair becomes pliable, like hot glass. At this moment, I make a sharp turn with the tool, creating a zigzag. I'm physically restructuring the hair strand's architecture. Why do I use a flat iron, not a curling iron? A curling iron creates a round, smooth curl. That's beautiful, of course. But with the flat iron, I create a sharp edge and angular fold. And now the most important part, why the tip stays straight. We don't heat the last 3 to 5 centimeters of the curl. We simply pull them straight. Here, hydrogen bonds at the ends are set in a smooth, even state. This eliminates the doll-like effect and provides that modern, slightly grunge chic. The hair cools down, hydrogen bonds are sealed in a new broken position. And that's it, the styling is complete. When I show this particular hairstyle, I often see comments like, "Oh, I wake up with such a messy nest on my head every single morning. Why would I need a flat iron for this?" Well, let's be completely honest here. What you actually wake up with is not broken curls. It's a crumpled, chaotic hair cuticle. When you sleep, you rub your head against the pillow. The hair's outer cuticles begin to open up. They then catch and cling to one another. The moisture from your hair gets absorbed by the pillowcase, and you're left with a dull, matte, and frizzy, fluffy texture. The difference between I just rolled out of bed and I styled the textured, messy look with a flat iron is enormous. Salon-style casualness is controlled chaos. A flat iron doesn't just create the shape, it seals the cuticle. The hot plates smooth the scales, making them lie flat against each other. As a result, the hair reflects the light. You don't get fluff, but a shiny, smooth, dense texture that is simply of an unusual form. But here we approach another very important rule. This kind of styling isn't a magic wand that will automatically make you look fresher and younger. It only works to refresh your appearance when used in the right combination. And the very first thing we need to talk about is your hair color. If your hair color is washed out and dull, if you have noticeable overgrown gray roots, or an indistinct faded pigment, then damaged, frizzy curls will turn you into an unkempt woman who looks like she forgot to comb her hair. This texture looks truly luxurious only on freshly colored hair, on a beautifully sculpted relief, for example in techniques like balayage or air touch, where each curve of the curl emphasizes the color's vibrant shimmer. Second is hair quality. Your hair should be dense and shiny. There should be no frizziness, no split ends at all. If your hair is thinned and over-dried, a flat iron will only emphasize its weakness. Be sure to use heat protection and thickening styling products so that each strand is resilient. And third, the most important thing is your makeup. A careless texture to the hair plus a complete absence of makeup, a tired face just like an overworked housewife. For those choppy ends to truly convey energy and drive, your face needs to be perfectly put together. An even skin tone, concealer to cover up dark circles under your eyes, a fresh blush, and well-defined eyebrows. When you have a fresh, radiant face and a luxurious, glossy yet bold and dynamic hairstyle, that's when the real magic truly begins to unfold. You look absolutely like $1,000,000, modern, full of energy, and incredibly stylish. Don't be afraid to experiment with different textures. Smooth out any unwanted round creases. Keep the ends perfectly straight. Always monitor the overall quality of your hair. And never forget to apply some light, natural makeup. This particular style takes at most 10 to 15 minutes to achieve, but it completely transforms your self-perception for the entire day. Your hair becomes truly lively. It moves gracefully along with you. I've already finished my hairstyling. Just a few small strands are left. If you have an oily scalp, you can finish the result with some dry shampoo. You just lift the sections and spray dry shampoo in there, wait for 5 seconds, then shake all the hair out with your fingers. So I'm practically done now. Alright girls, thank you for being with me and watching this video. Subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of interesting and useful content there about fine hair and age appropriate makeup. And for now, bye bye.